because I do believe the dream realm is a space where heaven unlocks divine strategies, heaven unlocks divine protocols, divine solutions. It gives us answers to things that we're wrestling with in the day that we just don't have access to because maybe we're too attached to it or we're too close to something, right? There's things that we're wrestling with it within ourselves that we haven't acknowledged, that the Lord wants to bring to our attention. He's like, you still got this thing. You're still in bed with this spirit of fear. You're still in bed with this thing where you're feeling obligated and guilty, and you're transacting and trading your soul not from the right place, but out of fear of man, right? And so you might be having dreams where you are transacting with people or doing things in your dreams, and you're like, I just feel gross doing that. Why am I having this encounter with this person? Why am I signing that agreement? Why am I making this business deal? What is going on behind that? And you feel like, ugh, my soul needs a shower, like in your dream, like that is a bad idea, but I just do it anyways. And you're like, why am I doing that? Sometimes we have ties, we have legal ties in the spirit realm to spirits that are getting us to continue to transact with them because we made agreements with them in the past. So there's operating systems that get passed on. There's generational patterns. There's generational blessings and curses that get passed on. And we don't realize that sometimes we are perpetuating patterns and agreements that we've carried our whole life that are ruling us and dominating us during our daytime hours because we have not ever dealt with them. We have never addressed them. And sometimes we've never addressed them because we never recognized them. We had no revelation that was actually something that we had an agreement with, that we kept operating with. And so sometimes he will use dreams to show us things about ourselves. Like, I'm still struggling with certain fears, right? I have certain agreements I've made. I'm holding on to resentments or anger or bitterness. You'll pay attention to how you're feeling inside of your dreams. I had a season of dreams where I was having all this rage. Like, yeah, it was crazy rage. Like, I was losing my temper. People that I loved dearly. And I wasn't operating like that during the day at all. I was during daytime hours, I was calm. I was going through the motions. I was loving on my people. But then I would have these dreams where I would just unleash on them. And as I started working through them, I realized, oh my gosh, Lord, He is showing me that I have unconscious harbored resentments and bitterness and anger that I need to resolve, that I need to forgive, that I need to release, that He wants to go to work on with me. And as I said, okay, yes, instead of turning away and being like, oh, gross, why was I acting like that in my dream? Why was I losing it? I don't want to think about that. I want to just move on. I pressed in. And I always say this, I say, Lord, if this dream is from you, if this dream is from you, then speak to me. What do you want me to know about it? What do you want to reveal to me? What are you trying to show me? What is the meaning of this? And it requires a posture of genuinely seeking to understand and genuinely seeking to listen and being patient that not everything is revealed all at once. Sometimes it's like peeling an onion, like little pieces are revealed at a time because we're working through things. So I'm sharing all of that because I feel like we're in a season of just accelerated timelines. Like, timelines are collapsing. You guys, the veil is thin. And there's a lot of people that are believers that say, you know what, I love Jesus. I want to live a life of faith, but you are not taking things seriously. You're not taking the spiritual realm seriously. You are not paying attention. You haven't opened your eyes to the ways in which God is also trying to speak in you and to you and around you. And so here's the thing. Sometimes the Lord is trying to speak to us while we're sleeping physically because we're finally still. We're finally quiet. We're finally stopped with the relentless pursuit of distraction, and we are fully available spiritually. Okay. Our soul and our spirit is still very active, but our body's at rest. And so sometimes this is a way that God can try to speak into us. It can also be a moment where you just ate a pizza, you're having indigestion or something like that. And the dream is actually just a response to what's going on in your gut. The dream could also just be something that you're unconsciously struggling with. But I believe that's still revelation because it reveals things about ourselves that we may not be willing to receive or pay attention to or have self-awareness around in the day when we're busy. So pay attention.